of course, the first thing you have to do is you have to put a nice halo around your paper by showing me that you know MLA. That and that. And only in this case, it would be your name, my name, and then these two items. Also, you need a title. I don't really like this title. In fact, I think I'll get rid of that. Put a question mark there. I might change that completely, but all the basics are there. Okay. Now, this first paragraph shows, I hope, that I am aware of my, you're going to get tired of this, but I will keep saying this, your audience. Your audience has not read this. Just like on Monday, your audience will not have read your article. So you got to help them out. And one way to help them out is to give a quick introduction to the article, which is right here, and then follow that up with the basic information that the audience needs to get oriented. And think of yourself as a scout, and the scout is orienting the people behind him so that they can come after him. It is an editorial that tells you a little something about the content. When it's in the today's New York Times, that's when and where. This is what it does. It asserts that if they do a good job, these new metrics, which will be explained later, will make college choice more informed and might force colleges to do a better job. Okay, that is the thesis, or the purpose of the article. Now, if you'll notice I noticed in my summary with the annotations just that there were 3 initiatives, and you'll see that there are 3 initiatives here. 1, 2, and the third one's on the next page. So what I did was I created an introduction to those initiatives. And I made sure that the reader understood that it was the New York Times who's speaking right here. Their editors note that some congressional oversight is already in place, but it's not so good because the colleges have learned to game that system. So new efforts are needed, and that's what these are down here. For example, another example, and so forth. So I simply took the summaries from each of these and put them in there. I made sure that I used the shopping sheets and the college scorecard as examples, and I also quoted here as well. That's the body of the paper. That's the body. And of course, here's the third item. So you have the 3 items that come from the summary, and then of course the conclusion, which is basically a reassertion by the editorial Times writers, New York Times, according to the New York Times, that these 3 initiatives might make higher education more transparent, easier to see. If it's easier to see, this clarity helps students and parents make sound choices. That's it. That's your summary. It could be shorter. I see some improvements already that could be made, but that's a pretty good draft summary. So what do you do to keep in mind? Your audience, and follow the purpose of the piece. And basically follow the order in the piece as well. You notice there were the 3 different items in it, in the intro, and basically restate the intro. This is a template, just like all the other templates that are in that can be changed and modified to your own purposes. That's it. That's how I went from the Diigo annotations to the summary.